Well, here we are with the latest version of Holden's infotainment system. Now, when I think of Holden, a great infotainment system isn't usually the first thing that I associate with the brand, but having had a quick play with this, I gotta tell you, it's actually really good. It's simple, but sometimes simplicity is the best way forward. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pair my iPhone with the car. In order to do that, I'm going to use Bluetooth, obviously. I can use CarPlay, but just to demonstrate the Bluetooth system, that's what I'm going to use first. So you press the phone button down here, you press Connect Phone, and on your phone you go to Bluetooth settings, make it visible, add phone, and then you wait for your phone to find my Holden. There it is. Press the button, comes up with a number, you agree it's the same phone, pair, allow everything to be synced. That's done. Nice and simple. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not using Apple CarPlay, I can tell you. But firstly, I'm going to plug it in and demonstrate that the system actually exists. So I unlock my phone, plug it in via USB, and it just shows up there. It's pretty fast, it's pretty quick, and it is standardized across all cars that support it. And the reason why Apple CarPlay is great is because it kind of future-proofs your car. So as the iPhone gets better, or as the Android device gets better with Android Auto, this display acts as a dumb terminal and carries all the latest features. In this case, however, I actually think the Holden system is better than CarPlay. Big statement, I know. But to demonstrate, I'm going to unplug my phone and we're going to go for a drive. Right, so we're driving around and I'm going to show you how to use the voice command system. I haven't tried it before, so usually these things are horrendous and I don't honestly expect this to be any better, but look, you know what, I'll give it a go. So there's a little button here, you press it.
What would you like?
Find me location 52 Victoria Street, McMahon's Point.
(1152) Victoria Street, McMahon's Point, NSW. Is that correct?
No, it was 52 Victoria Street, McMahon's Point.
What would you like?
I would like destination to 52 Victoria Street, McMahon's Point.
Sorry, I still didn't catch that. What would you like?
Find address 52 Victoria Street, McMahon's Point in New South Wales.
Sorry, I missed part of your request. Please wait for the prompt to end before you speak. What would you like?
Find address 52 Victoria Street, McMahon's Point, New South Wales.
Okay.
Hey!
Searching for 52 Victoria Street.
It works!
Point, New South Wales. I found it. The route is on the display. Want to begin route guidance?
Yes, please.
I didn't understand.
Oh my God.
What did you say?
I said yes, go.
Sorry, I missed part of your request. Please wait for the prompt to end before you speak.
Go, yes.
Sorry, I still didn't catch that. I found it. The route is on the display. Want to begin route guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
If there is one thing we all do in our cars is make plenty of phone calls. And to demonstrate the quality of the Bluetooth system in this car, I'm going to call Anthony Crawford. And I'm going to do that using the voice assistant system.
What would you like?
Call Anthony Crawford.
Okay, calling Anthony Crawford.
Yeah, man.
Hey dude, how are ya?
Yeah, good, mate.
I'm
What's happening?
just testing the Bluetooth system in this new Holden Acadia, and I'm just
I love that car.
yeah.
Love that car.
How's my voice clarity? Can you hear me?
Yeah, really clear.
Really clear? Because I can hear you really well.
Yeah, perfect, man.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, I'll see you in the office soon.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye. There you go. I'm a big fan of the stereo. I'm going to just put on some music that I prepared earlier. I've got the bass setting and the treble and the mid sort of set to what I like, and the stereo here is really, really good. It's It's not like a Harman Kardon system you'll find in a BMW or a Merc, but geez, for the price of this car, it's sensational. There is a really cool feature in this car that I want to talk to you about that technically isn't part of the infotainment system, but who cares? I'm going to tell you about it anyway. And that uses this big screen here as part of the instrument cluster. And it's got this traffic sign memory system that if you've set your cruise control to a certain speed, and it can read the speed signs on the side of the road and it'll adjust your speed as you're driving along. So you're doing 110 on the highway, you've set it to 110, all of a sudden you go past the 90 zone, and you know how that is because there's always a speed camera set up 10 meters down the road. But this car will read the 90 sign and adjust your speed accordingly. So if you're distracted by the kids in the back seat, doesn't matter, you won't get that ticket. And it's stuff like that that just makes life a little bit better. I love it. Anyway, let's get back to the office and I'm going to talk to you about all the awesome configuration systems. So I've talked to you about Bluetooth, I've talked to you about CarPlay and the sort of general feel of the system. What I haven't talked to you about is probably the best feature in this car, which is the profile system. So here you've got a button that's called Users, you press it and you can create your own profile locked to your key. Now, in most cars where this feature is available, it is a complete gimmick and a total waste of time. Not here. Let's try it. So I'm going to create my own profile. Wait, there we go. All right, I'm going to put in my name, Albors. Next, what do I like to be? I'll be a honeybee. I'm going to link it to vehicle key number 2, and it does tell me that's the one that started the car right now, so I know which key it is. So if you have another key for your wife or your partner, they can link it to their profile, and if you get a third key, that could be for another person, so there is a reason to get additional keys. So we are done here. We're going to go view my settings, and I'm going to show you all the things you can do when you have your own profile, including turning the volume down, and going from there. So firstly, on the vehicle itself, it starts with the rear seat reminder. Now this is a really cool feature, and I haven't seen it in any other car before, but I think it's going to become more standard. Now the idea is, if you have, you know, a child in the back seat or something else on the back seat, and it knows that because it can tell that there's something sitting there, and you've got this feature turned on, and you open the door to get out, it will actually tell you both visually and audibly that you need to probably look in the back seat. Now, it's a bit sad that we need to have this feature, but people are known to have locked their kids in the car when they've been asleep. So good handy feature, it doesn't hurt to have it on. Climate and air quality, all linked to your profile, so you can set your temperature, the speed of the fan, and also, probably my favorite feature, you can set if you want the heated or cooled seats to turn on automatically when you turn on the car based on your key. How cool is that? So for example, if it's summer in Queensland, like right now, you can set your cooled seats to turn on every time, and when it gets cold, let's switch to heated seats. Don't have to press all these buttons. Yes, it's only one button, but it's nice to have the technology to be able to do it properly. So collision detection systems, it's kind of great that they give you the option to change it. I would really recommend you don't, but if you want to, you can, and there are some cool features here. For example, the safety alert seat, which is my seat here, you can turn it on, and every time there's some sort of alert, it will actually vibrate the seat. So that includes anything from putting it into reverse to if there is a potential collision. You just get so many different warnings that you cannot help but take notice. You can also play with the forward collision systems and the front pedestrian detection. Please don't. There's no reason to turn this off. In fact, I'm surprised they give you the option. But the one thing that they do give you the option for that I do like is the lane change alert. So if you're like me and you kind of get a little bit annoyed with the steering wheel vibrating or all those warning lights coming on when you want to change lanes and you have an indicator or something like that, you can actually turn that off, and you can link that to your profile so it doesn't affect other drivers. Comfort and convenience. There's some really interesting stuff in here. My favorite is the reverse tilt mirror. You can actually tell the car what to do when you put the car in reverse for the side mirror. So you could go driver and passenger tilt down so you don't hit the curb, or just driver or just passenger. For me, I prefer just having the passenger tilt down because I want to know if I'm going to scrape the curb there. That's an omen in our office. Rain sense wipers, turn them on by default. If you go down to lighting here, you can also adjust whether or not you want the lights to stay on after you lock the car or when you get out of the car. So a lot of different features here. You've also got valet mode, you've got seating positions, pretty simple stuff based on the key. Remote lock, really cool. I like the idea of being able to set it exactly how I like it based on the key. So whether when I lock it, It will leave the lights on outside, whether it will flash, whether it will make a noise. I hate cars that make a noise when I lock them, so you can modify that here. And also remote window operation. So you can turn that on here. So if you hold the key, hold the button down, it will open all the windows down for you. And whether you want just the driver's door locked or unlocked, or all doors locked and unlocked. Lots and lots of features here. As I said to you before, the reason why I wouldn't use CarPlay in this car is because that doesn't offer any of the integration that I've just demonstrated here. Now, whilst CarPlay is good, and in this case, as we showed, it's much better for navigation than the car's own system. For things like this, where my key is linked to all my great settings and all my favorite things, it really makes sense. And I've got to give Holden credit here, because this is a really good system and it's so simple. And that's really hard to find this day and age. So big tick for me.